Hi everyone, welcome you all in GuiNet Technologies. I hope I am audible. So we are ready to start our exciting session, that is CCNP ENCOR. Okay, so hope people are joining. I can see already people are joining Zoom. So just wait for a few seconds. Okay, then we will start. Okay. All right. So we all set to start. Let me just see. Okay. So all right. So here we are starting officially our CCNP Enterprise, like CCNP in core, basically Enterprise Network Core. That is our introduction session today. So we'll discuss about the course content, what we are going to achieve after doing this course, and what is our agenda and what we'll achieve together end goal while working on this particular CCNP Enterprise training. So this is something very interesting, very new. If you are pursuing your career in the networking domain, and if you're having little bit knowledge about the networking, so I would say like you should go with the network advanced courses that known as the professional courses, that is CCNP ENCOR, right? So what is a prerequisite to someone to start this particular course, right? So the prerequisite, let's suppose you are the fresher, just you have passed out from the school, like college, like on a university, you must have CCNA level of knowledge, or you just done the CCNA, right? So CCNA is the entry level of the certification, that is known as the associate level of certification. So if you done the certification of the CCNA, or you having a knowledge of the CCNA level, then you can plan for the CCNP, right? So this is the advanced professional level of course, right? So if you don't have basic fundamental of networking, I would never recommend you should go with the CCNP for any module, right? So first you should go with the CCNA, which already batch is running and it's planned for the new year batch also, right? So you can enroll for the CCNA and we'll discuss about the CCNA plan also day before yesterday. So you can go and see and watch the video on our YouTube channel and you will get all entire informations what achieve what you will do after completing the CCNA module, right? And what goal achieve is going to be happen. So today I'm not going to talk about the CCNA. I'm going to focus about the CCNP ENCOR. So let's understand what is the CCNP ENCOR, right? And what we are going to cover on it, right? By the way, myself will be your instructor, and I have 14 plus year of experience, and I'll be the Cisco instructor, like for your this entire module, and I'll helping you to cover this entire Cisco syllabus for the CCNP ENCOR, NRC, SDWAN, and CCNM. So throughout the session, I'll be interacting with the different modules with the different peoples. So if you feel any questions, you can reach out to me. You can talk with chat. You can talk with via Zoom meeting. So we'll be able to understand and discuss the problem, and we'll try to figure out the solution. I can see there is some question from the Mohammed Akhtar Raja. It will be the complete session one after another, or it will have to buy your course. So Mohammed, like this is something like we are starting the session. This is something the paid course, not like all session would be not free. Some session would be free, but if you want to go with the entire session for the CCNP in core, you just have to enroll for the live classes, and that is going to happen in evening after like 7 or 8. We'll plan the timings, or I believe it's already planned. So according to schedule, we'll just going to cover this entire session. So it's around 60 plus hour of training session for the one module. So it would be around 60 to 70 hour session for CCNP in core, and I'll going to discuss each and everything like what I'm going to cover in this, right? Okay. So hope it is going to be very interesting for everyone. Okay. If you guys having any question, any suggestion, don't hesitate. Don't feel anything it could be wrong or right. Just ask your question. If you're watching from the YouTube, just put your query in the YouTube chat box. I'm continuously looking at that. Okay. Or some my team people are looking and they will inform me someone is asking something. So definitely I'll going to be, cover those query as well. If you are watching on the Zoom and you are just on the live, so just ask your query, raise your hand or just unmute your mic and just ask your query. Okay. There is no hidden agenda. You can discuss anything together. Okay. Here we are having for the discussion, not for the something hiding. So let's start. So this is something CCNP ENCOR. So I told like this course module name is and the course ID is 350401. This is the ENCOR, right? So the name is implementing operating Cisco Enterprise Network Core Technology, right? So once you done this CCNA, you just have to go with the CCNP module, right? CCNP having a multiple module. That is one is the ENCOR, another is the NRC, and some SDWAN also, and then after we having a CCI module, right? So if you wanted to clear this exam, right? So first you have to complete your study. You just complete your trainings. You just have to do some self studies. Then you have to book the exam, and that exam is going to take around 120 minutes. That is equivalent to 2 hours, and then in 2 hours you having the multiple choice questions, right? So different scenario and MCQ questions will be available, and you just have to correct the you know all correct answer, and you should have to score more than 80% to just pass this exam. And this could be the English and Japanese language available in the global certification, and the price of this certification is 400 USD. So you just have to pay 400 USD to just book this exam. And if you're having a Cisco learning credit, you can use those credits as well to just book an exam. So here is schedule exam. If you want to schedule, you can just go and schedule the exam. Okay, so to just clearing this exam, again, I'm saying there is no prerequisite to require the CCNA. You can directly book this exam. But if you wanted to go for the CCI exam, okay, so if you wanted to go for the CCI exam, like CCI Enterprise or CCI Wireless, so there is two modules, CCI, that is known as the Enterprise, and another is CCI Wireless, right? So if you are doing the ENCOR, only these two CCI module you can give. Okay, you cannot go for the data center, you cannot go for the security, you cannot go for the collaboration, you cannot go for the service provider. Let's say, so if you're completing the ENCOR, right, and you are just pursuing your career in the CCI sector, you can just go for the CCI enterprise infrastructures. That will be the eligible once after doing this course, or you can go for the wireless. So just you have to understand. But if you want to go with the data center CCI, for that we just have to go with the SP core technology, right? Also DC core technology. If you want to go for the security, then you have to go the SP core technology. So it is like something, if you are a pure network guys, you are building your career in the networking, so wireless and enterprise infrastructure CCI is going to be make you eligible for the lab examination. I'm telling because this is the very important. People sometimes not aware, if I do the ENCOR, what next? So if you're planning for the ENCOR and you having a dream to complete this CCI enterprise infrastructure or the wireless, just only plan. If you're having a plan for like CCI and data center, then this course is not for you. You just have to go with a DC core, right? So DC core having, if you do the DC core, your DC CCI will be eligible. If you're doing the SP core, that is a security, CCI will be the eligible. So you just have to take this in your mind. Okay, hope it is clear. Any question? Please feel free to ask. Okay, so this is about the certification about the further after CCNP ENCOR, right? Now moving to the next. Okay, so if you want to talk like in this module, what we are launching today, what we are going to study, and what the course content we are going to cover, right? So this is something introduction class. So here we'll discuss about the course content, our roadmaps. We'll discuss about the labs, how it is going to be set up, and how you can set up in your systems, how you can set up in the server, and what you will get if you want remote lab access from us. So these all things we'll explore together. And let's start. So this is something Cisco learning network websites. So if you're going on the Cisco Learning Network, and if you're just trying to explore what is the exam of this CCNP ENCOR, so you can see CCNP Enterprise, and this is exam code 350-401, right? So in this exam, they are talking about the various things and why the CCI Enterprise. You can see here it is clearly written also. Let me just hide this. Okay, so you can see exam description: to earn your CCNP Enterprise, CCI Enterprise Infrastructure, CCI Wireless certification, you must pass this exam. So this is what I was talking. If you are planning to give this exam, even CCNP Enterprise, to CCI Enterprise Infrastructures, CCI Enterprise Wireless certification, you must have to pass. Even you are not having this examination certification, you cannot go to write the CCI exam. So you just have to take in your mind. Similar, if you're going to search for the DC core, SP core, you'll find a similar kind of the exam description. So is it clear to everyone? This is the first thing. Now moving to the second thing. The second thing is, like, let's say suppose we wanted to start our study. So what we are going to cover in this all CCNP in core module, right? So this having a total 5 section. It's a very different from the old CCNP routing switching. In old CCNP, what was having? We having the routing, we having a switching, we having a T suite, right? So different section we having, but here is something everything together that is known as the architect, virtualization, infrastructures, network assurance, security, and automations. Okay. So these are the very advanced and latest technology they have inherent in this CCNP in core. So they are touching everything overall. Whatever the day-to-day networking required, modern network required, they are touching everything in this particular module, but not in very deep. So again, I'm saying not in very deep. So they will make you the overall very good understanding in everything. But if you want to go deeper, let's suppose you want to go for the routing, right? So there is a separate module that is known as a CCNP NRC, right? So they will talk about more about the routing. If you want to go with the SD-WAN, pure SD-WAN engineer, you want to just become the specialization in SD-WAN. So you just go for the SD-WAN, so your CCNP, ESWWAN, like there is a course module. And this is how it is going to just talk about the SD-WAN. If you want to purely go in the automation, then you have to go like Cisco DevNet courses where you just have to go more Python, JSON, XML script, ML script, everything in very detail. Security, again, you just have to go in the security domains. So, but in this particular scenario, if you understand this CCNP in core syllabus, it is just going to talk overall everything. So you just having a very good understanding what basically we are going to cover in this particular module, right? So if you see here, architecture, virtualization, infrastructure, network assurance, and security and automation. So by referring this particular Cisco syllabus, whatever they mention, we design our course, right? So this is our course. What we design for them from GuiNet technology for the everyone. So exactly the same thing. Whatever the architecture you can see, the architecture, virtualization, infrastructure. So all 6 module we have just designed in the same way what Cisco design in their course module. So we are going to just cover exactly as per the Cisco praise. We are not going to remove any section. We are not going to add any section unless or until if you guys actually wanted to understand something additional apart from this course that we can discuss. There is no problem. But definitely it's 100% whatever the Cisco recommended in the architecture, that how the WLAN deployment is going to happen, what is a tier 1 and tier 3 architecture, what is the network high availability technique, FHRP, VRRP, HSRP, GLBP, SSO, that all we are going to discuss in this network design and architecture, right? Not only the theoretical things, some part are the more theoretical in this particular in core, but some are the practical thing also, right? We'll understand how the basically cloud infrastructure deployment is going to happen, what is the on-premises infrastructure, how the SD-WAN deployment is going to happen, what is the traditional function for, like what is the traditional like WAN and the SD-WAN definitions, how they belong, like and make differences in the modern network, right? So these all traditional WAN SD-WAN solution will discuss, their design will discuss. So because I'm the SD-WAN trainer, we can see like we having a lot of let me just show you. So we having a very good SD-WAN lab. So there is a dedicated SD-WAN solution we are running. So if anyone is interested for the pure SD-WAN, so just go with the entire deeply SD-WAN, right? If you're just pursuing for the CCNP and NRC, I just show you the how chat GTP lab. So we're having a lab scenario where we can discuss everything in very detail, how the configuration is going to happen, how the BGP, OSPF, redistribution, DMBPN, and someone is just trying to clear CCI. See, so every lab, right? CCI lab, actually how you can practice in the CCI lab, that is also possible. I'll help you to clear your CCI lab, okay? If you're planning to clear your lab CCI. So we'll complete everything CCNP ENCOR, CCNP NRC, and then we'll think about the how to crack. This is the, just think, whatever the topology you are seeing here, it is not something normal. It's a very advanced topology. And this is something is in from CCI. You can see everything branches, SD-WAN is integrated, DMBPN is integrated, phase 2, phase 3, like everything. Service provider, MPLS, BGP is running. We are running the 3 branch sided with the SD-WAN. We having the SD access also, fabric switch is connected. And also we having what, we having some kind of cloud DSCP server, we having a data centers, we having a DMBPN hub, we having a DNAC, we having ICE. So most of the things I'll show you on this lab. This is the headquarter, how this routing, switching, BGP, MPLS is running, how this complex topology is. So no worry, most of the things in the NRC and the ENCOR I'll do on this lab. So you guys will be familiar how the actual CCI lab is going to be happen. Most of the people are teaching in the market and they are talking about the like enterprise infrastructure, but they don't know how the CCI lab is going to build and what type question they are going to be asked. So I have all experience because I have gone through all the process, so I can help you guys to make you very clear about that, about the fundamentals, about the CCNP ENCOR, CCNP NRC, how the script is going to be asked in the exam, how can we learn the script, how the Python, JSON, like how the basically HTTP gate, patch request is going to be happen. So because these are the part of the syllabus, so we'll definitely discuss. So this lab access will be provided to you. If you want to build on your particular system, I'll also help you to build on your system. There's no problem, okay? But this is something is already ready with me. And if you want to access, I'll help you to get the access. But we'll start from very scratch. Today, I'll give a session about the chat GTP, how we can configure the router and switches by using the artificial intelligence tool. For that, I make a video. If you are not watched that, so just go on our channel and try to watch, okay? So if you go on our channel and probably you'll find the video what we completed just a few hours back, how chat GTP is going to back, can it replace the router network engineer, how the router configuration is going to happen, how the BGP configuration is going to happen. This is something very new. Tomorrow, like not tomorrow, on Saturday, we having the plan for the CCNP SD-WAN. So if you want to learn CCNP SD-WAN core, you can just join us. CCNP NRC is also planned by tomorrow. So we'll talk about the only NRC. Today we are talking about the CCNP ENCOR talk. So we having a lot of things in pipeline, and daily basis you will get some new topics where we'll discuss each and everything. And based on that, you guys can make your mind what you thinking in your about future, right? So here you can see like we are talking about the course content. So I was just referring the same thing about the SD-WAN. We'll discuss about the architecture in this course. We'll discuss the SD access. What is the control plane? What is the data plane? What is the border node? What is the control node? What is the fabric SD-WAN? And what is the edge node? So everything, what is a fusion router? Everything I am going to explain in the Cisco SD-WAN also, right? Quality of service will be like, you will understand what is the policy, what is shaping, how can create the policy, how to shape them, how to apply on the interfaces. So these all things will be very interesting. Is going to be happen in particular our discussion, right? So moving forward, further what we are going to discuss, After this, probably we'll move to the different hardware and switching technique, and this all we are going to cover. And then virtualization, we'll discuss about the what are type of virtualization we are going to cover, like hypervisor one, virtual machine, virtual switching. So this is all concept. Probably you are working in the network security, but you don't have idea like how the virtualization is going to work. But this CCNP ENCOR gives you the freedom when you talk with instructor who have being a knowledge about the CCNP ENCOR, and they know the virtualization, they having the experiences of the real infrastructure, they will help you to make you very easily understand how this virtualization is going to happen. And trust me, I'm running this VMware virtualization, everything, and this is something made by myself. So I know each and everything how the virtualization. Earlier I was very struggle to make everything, but now everything is running is very fine. And whatever the labs you guys are going to get, these all labs are built in the VMware, right? So this is again a virtualization platform. We having a Dell servers where we are running the multiple labs, multiple things, and we having a lot of EVNG platform running. And based on the different EVNG, we are managing the multiple requests for the different users. Like you guys are users for me, and once you request the lab access, I'm helping to provide the lab access from here. So this is like very robust server I have, like that is a GuiNet server and running on the ESXi Pro version. So it is something, it's having the all kind of the features, and these features basically you can see this is something everything I'm running here. So you can see the licensing. So it is a like paid, and every features it is available on here, right? So this is something very interesting, and I have done this all by my own hand. So I know how the things is going to happen, how the labs can be defined, what the virtualization, how the V switches are going to configure, how the routing is going to happen, how the switching is going to happen. So there is no problem to understand this virtualization, okay? Because we have done a lot of things by on our hand in the virtual environment. So this is a virtual machine. A virtual switching is like just for the very easy to explain, and you guys will be very easily understand. Because if you want to understand the live demo how the virtual machine can be created, you can see the virtual machine how can be created, how the virtual switching can be happen. This is a virtual switch, you can see here how the virtual networking can be happen. I will show you live, okay? There is no hidden agenda, okay? So this is something is going to very interesting. Although this is talking about just for the description, but someone is very interested and they want to understand, just let me know. I'll help you to make you understand. Then again, we'll try to configure the VRF, GRE, IPsec tunnel. That's very interesting. We'll discuss about the GRE, we'll discuss the IPsec, transform set, phase one, phase two, how the 6-packet exchange is going to happen, how the 3-packet going to be exchanged, what is the encryption, what is the HMAC, these all thing I'm going to cover, okay? And VRF light, VRF normal VRF, how the MPBGB, VPN v4 going to configure. We'll understand in this section, but NRC will going to cover everything. So no need to worry. LIPS and VXLAN. This is something is part of the SD access. So again, we'll discuss the architecture about the SD access from here. This is the SD access, and we'll try to check how the configuration, how the VXLAN looks like. Even they are talking about describe. We just have to understand the concept, not do the much configuration, but I have the lab, okay? So I will show you because I have the lab, each and everything. I have a lab for the SD access also. So I will try to show my, because this is the branches having the switches, they are the SD access, and I have the access of the, SD access devices, right? Where the LIPS and VXLAN can be configured. Okay, so I will show you how it looks like. Some people are just talking about it theoretically, but they will never show you how the LIPS can be, talk to the broader router, to the, edge switch and between the border node. When we enable the control plane on our control node on the SD-WAN fabric, what is going to be happen when we create the hand up or transit, interfaces between the fabric sides? What is going to be happen? Nobody going to show you, but I'll show you because I have done this all. So I will help you to show at least we understand the theory, and in parallel we understand about the little bit configuration concept, how it looks like in the actual devices. Okay, so again it will be interesting. So every module what I'm talking in the virtualization and the architecture, this all is going to be very interesting. And then finally, we land on the third module, that is pure switching module. I will say most of the things we'll talk about the switching, little bit we'll talk about the routings, not very deep. It is just verify simple configuration, because most of the things are like have to do in the NRC. So that's why in core is just, base fundamental. In core is just, you will understand entire terminology of the network, and then you understand how to go and make yourself as a specialization in the routing, in the SD-WAN, in data center, whatever you are thinking. Okay. Any question, guys? Anyone having any question? If you have any question, please ask me. Okay. So moving further, wireless, like after layer two, trunking and layer three, we'll discover the wireless concept also, how the AP can be integrated, right? What is the use of the WLC? What is the use of the antennas type of the WLC and AP? What is the RSSCI? What is the single noise ratio, interference, band channel? What is 2.4 gigahertz, 5.5 gigahertz? So these all things we'll discuss about what is the roaming principle and how can we troubleshoot the wireless issue and client activity issues. This again interesting. So you see everything you are touching about, what you are starting over the architecture, you are starting about the layer 2 layer 3 technology, you are talking about the software defined networking and the wireless, so nothing you are lefting. Virtualization also you are talking. So almost everything NatPat you are also covering here, you covering about the multicast also here. So again it's like everything. So this is why in core is very important, because you start with in core, you understand the concept. When you go for the specialization on the CCI, it will help you to easily understand those concepts, because already you know basic fundamental, basic principle, how my virtualization working, how automation things working, how mera L2, L3 concept is going to working, right? And how IPSLA, how the SPAN, RSPAN, ERSPAN, NetConf, RESTConf, how these all things are going to work, how the ping, trace, conditional debug, this is all how it is going to work, right? So again, it's very important, right? It is not something, it's very easy, but when you able to digest step by step, then it will become easy for you, because very small concept, but you just have to digest. After digesting, you just have to test. How you test? You just have to do the lab, daily basis lab you have to do. Whatever we'll discuss in the class, my recommendation is after class, you get some free time and do your lab. Whatever task I show you in the class, let's suppose I do today span configuration. So if I make the span configuration, I'll make you the understand how the span configuration is going to happen. You should also able to implement this span configuration in your lab infrastructure. If you don't have resources, I'll help to build the EVNG setup in your desktop, your laptop, your servers, if you whatever you have. If you don't have, you'll get the free lab access once you enroll for this course. So this lab will be available for you, and you just have to access anywhere from your network, just require the laptop. Okay. So from your laptop, you can just access this lab. But I would suggest for the ENCOR and NRC, this is not going to require very much RAM and CPU. So any laptop, if you're having a 4 GB laptop, even those 4 GB laptop, you can build this particular labs for the whatever I'm talking. So I can just give you the lab topologies, whatever I build here, and you just have to run there. This is SD-WAN, not going to work on the 4 GB and not even the 16 GB lab, but the normal small topology like BGP, OSP, EIGRP, switching, I'll make. Nothing is like created for you. Okay, so I'll make from this stage. Okay, some labs are very complicated like this CCI lab. So this is a pre-configured. Okay, not pre-configured, pre-designed. Basically, we have to configure. This is the SD-WAN. This is the pre-design. Okay, because designing will take more time. So I just design these labs, and then after we just uh, going to happen. So Amit is asking, sir, how to set up lab CCNP course. So Amit, there is a way to set up the lab. Okay, this is not a good question, Amit. Thanks for asking. So let me tell you. So you are asking how to set up the CCNP lab. Okay. So say CCNP, let me just write CCNA, CCNP. This CCNP could be ENCOR or could be NRC, okay? Anything, right? This CCNA, CCNP, both lab can be done on the EVNG platform, right? EVNG, or you just have to use GNS3, right? These two are the free software available in the market. If you're just doing the CCNA, it can be done by the packet tracer, right? So this is again a free. So if you're just pursuing the CCNA, I will show how to set up every lab on the packet tracer and even the GNS3 or even the EVNG3, all option I'll explain. All are free. No need to pay anything, okay? But I would suggest you just go with the EVNG because I will help you to set up. I will give the right image to everyone to just how to build your EVNG. I'll take one session for the everyone and I will tell how and which software is going to require to just set up this lab. So you can see here, this is the EVNG website. This EVNG having the documentation. If you go here and then if it not documentation, sorry, if you go to download, so you will find the software for the, there is two version. One is the professional, another is community. So you need to use the community. Professional is chargeable. It's a chargeable. It's a free. So this community version, you just have to download from Mega or Google Drive, this OVA file. And after that, I will tell you how this can be integrated with the WinSAP and how this lab can be set up. So you can see the all labs, what I'm showing, they all are built in the EVNG. So this is the EVNG and this is the router. You can see this is a real router. So if I'm clicking here, every router feature is going to be available for me. So you can see here, I'm just going. So this is my real router. Say any configuration, you can see so run a configuration I am running. So configuration is going to be shown to me. So this is actually real router. You don't even I have a real image. So I'll pass the real image to you. Something not dummy. It's a real image. So you can say BGP is running, show IP, OSPF neighbor. It's also running here. So these all things are running. So Amit, basically, I'll help you to set up this lab. So either two platform, GNS3 if you want, I'll help the GNS3 also, and I will tell how the lab is going to be configured. If you want to go with the EVNG, that is also possible, right? So no need to worry at all. Okay, Amit, clear? Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, Amit. Okay, so we'll discuss more about that. So this is all about the lab. Okay, so no worry, I'll help you. Now where I was, so I was talking about this course module. Yeah, so we'll discuss about the network assurance. So this is something span IPSLA configuration. Many people are very confused how the IPSLA is going to work, how the Boolean is going to apply, how to track the IP address, what is the threshold, what is the timeout, what is the frequency. Oh, very confusing. I've seen people, it's a very pretty small job, but when it's come to the configuration in the BGP or HSRP, people confused. No need to confuse. Okay, just focus on your study, ask me the right question and I'll help you the right path, how to going to be configured. I'll show you how the IPSL is going to configure, what is the Boolean conditions, what is the AND condition, what is the OR condition, how that can be applied, the VRRP and HSRP, BGP, any other routing protocol to just track the, any IP address, any interfaces, line protocols, any BGP neighbors IP address for the ICMP. So no worry, we'll just do the lab. Okay, see, these are the configuration, and where the term is written as a configuration, I love do the configuration because like I enjoy while doing the configuration, either SD-WAN, Palo Alto Firewall, SD-WAN, or like Palo Alto CCNP NRC and CCI. So we'll enjoy all this together, no need to worry. DNA center workflow, see, I'll show you the real DNA. Okay, no one having the DNA access, but I will arrange DNA access for you. And already I make a video for the DNA. How DNA? See, this is my DNA. So if you guys was not seen DNA sensors, this is a DNA SD access. I have shown everything, how the IS integration is going. Even IS integration I didn't show you, but I just showed you how DNS look likes and what all feature thing we can do in the DNA center. So if I make the video and if you are going to cover this particular topic, no need to worry. You just have to understand. I'll make you understand. Okay. So lab is with me, DNS, IS, okay, no need to worry. SD-WAN, you can see here, lab is here. So no need to worry at all. Every lab is available. You are the right platform. You just have to trigger your, what you want to learn. Then netconf, restconf, how it is going to happen, we'll discuss about that. Security, okay. So this security is like how the line protocols. This is a very small topic, okay. Line protection, line VTY. If I ask the people to just configure the line VTY, they might be not having a right concept because they not understand what is a line VTY, how the password is going to be happen, what is the meaning of the line VTY 04 or other 5 to 15, 4 to 15. So there is no line VTY configuration in this particular router. So that's why it's not showing. But if you're having the line VTY configuration, so you can see this is a line VTY 0. There's nothing configuration. One line is a configuration. That's why nothing is showing here. But we'll configure what is the line VTY 04 and everything. So we'll see every detail, how the password is going to be configured, how the line VTY, what is a AAA configuration. This is again, we'll do the AAA configuration. We'll understand the accounting, authorization, and authentication. Okay. So AAA is accounting, authentication, and authorization. Everything will configure and test. And then ACL will understand what is the standard ACL, what is extended ACL, how can be configured, how the source can be matched, how the destination can be matched, how to block, how to allow, and what is the COPE policy. Yeah, that is a very interesting note. New thing, how the COPE policy is going to apply. Okay. So for this, I have entire PPT for this all module. Everything like in a PPT I have, where I'll discuss most of the thing from the PPT, right? To just explain and visualize for the theoretical concept, but definitely the practical will be not happening in the PPT. And then after we keep learning some of the dedicated module I have for like, let's suppose I want to understand the architecture. So let me see. Wireless concern. So different configuration also I have made, but let me see. Where is my PPT for the architecture? So let me see. What is this? This is not something. So I'll show you somewhere, might be here, but I have everything available in my folder for the different module also. But this is for third module, wireless PPT, network management, architecture must have somewhere. Or might we move in some different folder? Okay, no worry. I'll search and I'll see where I put it. So we'll discuss about that. No worry. So after that, once we'll discuss the COP, REST API, and wireless authentication, when how the IP is going to be configured, what is the web authentication is going to happen, what is the PSK is going to be happen, and then we'll discuss about the threat defense, next generation firewall, trustsec, MACsec, what is the .1x MAB authentication, web authentication, and no worry, firewall is like our key zone, so we'll understand, because also I am the security instructor, so no need to worry about anything. I'll discuss about what the next generation firewall can do, what are different configuration of the feature of the legacy firewall, next generation firewall, how to define the end security in the computer, servers, Mac, whatever the wireless devices, printer we having, threat defense, what is the meaning of threat defense, how it is can be apply in the network devices, then we can understand each and everything. Okay. Then finally, the module will land with the final section, that is automation, right? And this is something very new for the every engineers, right? And this will give you the very good overview how to automate your network, how to run Python within the box of the routers. Let's suppose you're running the Cisco router or switches. If you want to run the Python script, JSON script, can we do that? The answer is yes, we can do it, right? But how can we do that? We just have to learn the basic understanding about the Python. So I will make you, I have a very good book about the Pythons for the how to learn the Python. Let me see here. So yeah, so this is a Python book. This is a very good book. Yeah, if you're a beginner, learn Python in one day. See, this is the sentence. The life is going to be very easy. I'll teach from this book. how the basic concept of the Python you are going to learn, and what are different way to configure the different Python script, and how those script can be executed on the routers. So this is a very interesting book, and I found somewhere, and some friend recommended me. I have gone through those book, and many students I have referred and given this book, and they're really enjoying by doing this, configuration after reading this book. So if you're a beginner of the Python, just go with this book, how to do the learn Python in a one day. So absolutely, it's very easy. When I explain you, your life will be very easy after reading this book. And then similarly, JSON. So what is JSON? So JavaScript, object notation. So this is JSON. How this JSON can be configured and understand on the router and switches. So this is again, we'll discuss here. So probably I have a lot of. So see JSON Python. You can see here we having the lot of how to apply JSON and Python, how to write the code, how to write the object. So everything like how to SSH the box. So real boxes we'll use, and we'll just try to extract the REST API configuration. We'll try to run them the JSON, Python, how the format, how to get the information, IP address, device details. So all will see step by step with the proper documentation. No need to worry anything. So everything ready with me. Okay. You just have to tight your belt and just ready for the study. No need to worry for anything for documentation and the course content. So everything available for us. Now finally we just have to understand again the such some data modeling language. What is the ang, like we having, let me show you. So these are the different language models we have. So we just have to understand what are different data modeling we have, like how it looks like, what is mean, netconf, how it is going to work, restconf, how it is going to work, how to get the information from the router switches, how it looks like. So these all things, orchestration plane, they are talking about the puppet, they are talking about the let me show you safe. These are the language. These are the like Ansible they are talking about. So how this is going to be configured, how they execute. So at least you understand the concept. And this is the very important for the everyone. If you are just pursuing your career in the modern network scenario, like where we are more talking about the software defined. So if you are talking about the software defined, you just have to be knowledge of these basic things to understand the modern network concept. So that's why this ENCOR session has been, added everything in their syllabus. So I would recommend, if you're planning to just start your career in the ENCOR, just without delaying any time, you can just register for this course and we can discuss this together, right? And probably next week we'll start with day 0, and then we'll discuss about the architecture. We'll start with this module, so where we'll discuss how the network design architecture principle is going to happen. Okay. And then finally, in automation, we'll cover each and everything, like EM script, how it's going to happen, how the troubleshooting data collection is going to happen with the EM script, how the EM script is going to work with the Python, right? And then this already I show you the agentless and agent versus, like what is the difference between the agent vs agentless orchestration tools such as the Safe, Puppet, and the Ansible and the Salt Stack. So this all we'll discuss. No need to worry. Okay. And once we'll complete this module, right, so you can move your career about the specialization. If you're looking for the NRC, more about the routing, so you can discuss about the routing. If you're looking for the more about the SDWAN, you can go for the SDWAN solution. If you're looking for the more about the data center, you can go for there. If you're looking for the security, go for the security courses. So everything is available. Just you have to trigger what exactly you want, right? So if you want to enroll any of the courses, so let me show you. This is the course, like we having a batch schedule in January 2023. So we are going to launch CCNA, like already launched, and CCNP ENCOR. That class is going to happen on the weekend, that is on the online mode by 8th of the January. And so this is the just demo session for the people who just looking to join, and you just have to go there and just have to register, and you can reach out to any of this number, and after this you can enroll yourself. So ENCOR is going to launch, ENARSI is just going to launch. Already people, many are the pipeline and they completed the ENCOR and CCNA, they're looking for the NRC. For those We are launching the NRC as well, and the Palo Alto firewall is already like demo has been done, and multiple people have been done the registration. Cisco SD-WAN once demo session has been done. Next is plan on this coming Saturday. So these all session are available, and this all session is going to cover by me. Okay, no other trainer will be available. So whatever the session here is mentioned, all 5 session is going to cover by me. Okay, and you are enrolling any of the session for this month or January, even you are the CCNA routing switching, you will get one course free as per your choice out of this. Okay, so till January, end of the January, if you're registering any of the session, if you're just registering CCNP ENCOR, if you want to do CCNP ENARSI, no need to pay anything. If you are doing the CCNP ENARSI, if you want to learn the Palo Alto firewall, no need to pay anything. ENCOR SD-WAN, it's absolutely free, but just you have to pay one course. One course will be free, CCNP ENCOR NRC. So it's up to your choice how basically you want to get your course. Okay, but you just have to enroll for the one course will be free. Okay, so if you having any question, please feel free to ask. Okay, okay, so one question, one to one in Zoom I have what is the pricing and all. So guys, see, so pricing and all, you just have to reach out on this number, and there is support team, they will definitely help you about the more detail how the pricing and all for the each courses. So I cannot disclose here and discuss here because I have limited scope and knowledge, but you can discuss about that. And additional, Mr. Rudra is asking how can we enroll this course. So okay, so Rudra, you just have to reach out this number, might be today or tomorrow after this Zoom session, and someone will help you to enroll your course, right? And what else? Okay, so last question I have, like how much time this course is going to be take. So guys, again, I told in the beginning of the session, this course is going to take around 60 to 70 hours, right? Timing. So we are going to cover on the weekend. So probably how much? Let me just calculate. So if you are going to 2.5 hour per day session or average 5 hour per a week. So if month having the 4 weeks, so 20 hours. So almost 3 months it is going to take. So 2.5 to 3 months it is going to take, not before that. Okay, because it's a weekend class, so it is going to take longer time. Okay, so in core and NRC will be a little bit less, around 50 to 55 hours, but in core will take more time because it's having a more topics. Okay, so a lot of things we have to discuss, and most of the things are theoretically. So theoretically things take more times, so we just have to understand multiple things, so it will take more time. And if you are going for the other courses like Palo Alto Firewall, Cisco SD-WAN, these are the like 30 25 hours course. So within if you're doing the regular track weekdays, and then it is going to happen within the month. And if you're going for the weekend, it is going to take around 2 months or 1.5 months, like 6 or 7 weeks it is going to take. So this is all about the course. Okay, so I believe I have explained each and everything for today. And next class we'll do for the live class where we'll discuss about this is the first course module. So this is the same thing. If you want to get this module, what we are going to cover, just get from the support team. So we'll start from next class. That will be live for the everyone. Like I'll explain what is the different design principle used for the enterprise network. And we'll discuss about the tier 2, tier 3 architecture, fabric capacity planning, how it is going to happen. HA definition, we'll discuss about the HSRP and VRRP, and we'll discuss about the GLBP and SSO. So I hope that will be interesting. And the lab, definitely you will get the lab access. If you want to do on your laptop setup, I'll help you that on your laptop setup. Okay. So thank you so much, guys. You will connect again. I believe that's all from my side because this is just introduction session. Next class, I'll go live and we'll discuss more about the real topics, whatever we have to cover. Okay. Any question? Okay. So thank you so much, guys. Have a great night and see you again by tomorrow. Okay. Bye.